just to preface this, I picked this story uh, because after I read it, I just couldn't stop thinking about it, and it had like just an effect on how I was feeling throughout the whole day.
This is a search and rescue guy, right?
This is it's another one of his stories, and he lists it as just a weird story. Um, but as soon as I read it, I was like, this something about this is just I could feel like a chill down my spine just thinking about it as a reality. This is one of the weirder stories that I have. Now, I don't know if this is true in every search and rescue unit, but in mine, it's sort of an unspoken, regular thing we run into. You can try asking about it to other search and rescue officers, but even if they know what you're talking about, they probably won't say anything about it. We've been told not to talk about it by our superiors, and at this point, we've all gotten so used to it that it doesn't even seem weird anymore. On just about every case where we're really far in the wilderness, I'm talking like 30 or 40 miles, at some point, we'll find a staircase in the middle of the woods. It's almost like you took the stairs in your house, cut them out, and put them in the forest. No foundation, no walls, no doors, and no remnants of a house other than the staircase. I asked about it the first time I saw some, and the other officer just told me, "Don't worry about it. It's normal." Everyone I asked said the same thing. I wanted to go check one out. I said, let's go check it out. Let's go walk up the stairs. Let's see if they're still usable." And I was told very emphatically to never go near any of them. At this point, I just sort of ignore them. Whenever we go out and we see them, and it happens frequently, I don't even talk about it anymore.
What the fuck?
So, not to make. First of all, yeah, thank you for those joining us live. We got somebody saying hi on YouTube. We got somebody saying best podcast.
Oh, hey.
We'll take it. Yeah. Thanks everybody on Twitter commenting, and then those who have filing in on TikTok. Appreciate it. We're sharing your scary stories live. What's happening, and there's a lot to unpack with this story that Jack just shared. So this is kind of like one of your favorite movies, Jack, Black Dog. You've seen the Black Dog, ain't you? So like these truck drivers, as they're driving throughout the night, there's a common thing where they see a black dog run across the road. Now, in that movie, they obviously associate it with lack of sleep, hallucinating. But this is kind of like a search and rescue thing where they're seeing this staircase in the woods.
Yeah, and as he put it, it's guaranteed you're going to see one. After you go so far into the woods, 30, 40 miles, you will come across a staircase on the way of trying to find someone.
This is every time. This is the craziest thing I have ever heard in my life.
It's terrifying.
Yeah,
you're to not go near them.
That's what his superior officer said. Don't talk about them and don't go near them. And I think the main thing that got me was just why? Why do they know that? Why do they always find one? Like,
That's
just
weird. That's super weird.
It kind of is like the black dog theory, though. Like, you're way out there in the woods at night. Is it kind of like seeing water when you're in the desert? I mean, like, is that like...
Well, in the stories say that, well, as he mentioned, it's not always at night when they see it. It's in the plain of day. It's just kind of just there.
Does it vary on what it looks like? Like, you're just walking and like, it's like leaves growing. I'm just curious. Like, I'm trying to visualize this myself.
Well, some people
is it overgrown?
Well, people did ask him in the comments what they look like. He said they do vary. Sometimes it looks like they've dilapidated a little bit, but he says most of the time it looks like they're well maintained and clear of like any debris. He says it looks like a brand new staircase that just literally just came out of someone's house and it was just placed there.
So he himself sees different staircases in the woods.
Yeah.
That's the most fucking
No.
terrifying thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And
it
what's
was
like
just-
the common, I don't want to say myth or folklore, but what's the common thought if you approach the staircase?
Well, you know what? Several people actually did ask him, like, why do they say don't approach it, or why don't you? He just said, I don't want to talk about it, or he's kind of like played it off and just moved on to a different story.
I don't even know how to follow that up.
I couldn't-
Good luck, Luke.
I was gonna say I couldn't process it. I was like, what is? He didn't list it as a scary story, so it was weird. And I'm like, well, why am I terrified then?
Why is he not terrified?
Evidently, fear is not a factor for you.
Fear is never a factor, Joe Rogan.
That's true.
Because it would terrify me. That's very fearful. That's
I
crazy.
would poop my pants.
Fear
First-
must not be a factor if that's not scary to you. But
Exactly.
maybe he becomes used to it though. I don't know.
I guess.
The first one, I would probably be like, "Oh, that's weird. Someone's house must have been knocked down here." If I see two,
but like if people that your coworkers are saying like you're gonna see this, don't go near it,
yeah,
I don't know.
and you're not allowed to talk. Your superiors tell you not to talk about it. Like, it's kind of like the UFO things. Like when you hear a lot of these Air Force bases and naval stories where they're like the superiors, like they have this radar proof of this happening. The superiors are like, don't talk about it, don't share it. It's just so strange.
Yeah.